Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I am going to watch episode 8 of The Crown season 5. Before I start it, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. So here we go.
As you can see from the agenda, I've taken the limit.
I think you'll find calling any meeting of the BBC Board of Governors to order is my job as chair.
We are the British Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC. We're Auntie.
A nickname I have always cherished. Why? Because Auntie always knows best. But does John Bird cherish the nickname?
No?
Oh, to him, Auntie is an insult. Because it's not modern, it's not progressive, it's not avant-garde.
Why don't you just buy a big new one? I don't want a big new one, but it would come with the right sockets and jacks. You can get satellite TV as well, with hundreds of different channels from all over the world.
What? And abandon the BBC? I can't do that. Switching to satellite will be seen as a betrayal of the national broadcaster by the head of state.
Really?
Treason. Like me becoming a Catholic. And just imagine this place with a huge horrid dish on the roof, like a spaceship.
They could hide that.
Yeah.
You could just close your ears, bury your head in the sand, and pretend you don't know what's going on. I'll see if we could get you that specialist racing channel.
You mean like at the betting shops? With night races from America?
Of course.
Oh, I'd never do any work.
You're a racehorse owner. It's part of your work.
Oh, yes, you're right. It does seem to have had better days.
Yeah, buy a new TV. It's too old.
Even the televisions are metaphors in this place.
Ooh. Oh, how long they have been dating? Couple of months?
Spoke to the princess again. She's agreed to give us free reign on the questions, free reign on the final cut. Her only stipulation was that she'd be allowed to speak to the Queen before it aired.
We're going to have to run this past a few people.
Why? I gave her my word that no one would know but us.
Come on, Martin, an interview like this is going to have to go to the Director of News and Current Affairs at least.
Mummy might have made a new friend too.
The doctor.
Right now just a friend, but I hope I've become a special friend. I wanted you to be the first to know.
Do you have to tell me these things?
He doesn't like
Well, I
it.
thought you'd be happy for me.
I just prefer it if you didn't talk to me about this stuff. I never know what to say. It's embarrassing. It's hard enough with you being in the news all the time. You're only making things harder.
Bye.
William, what was that?
Channel 4. Channel 4, that's it.
I thought Cheltenham was on the BBC.
It was.
What is Cheltenham? The Gold Cup?
Can't you do anything about it? You whisper in hubby's ear. Seems a little flat.
Oh,
I was thinking, could the BBC do something to cheer her up? Remind everyone how hard she works. How lucky we are to have her. It's her 70th birthday coming up.
That's a nice idea.
One of your specials. Show our appreciation.
I'll talk to the Director General for my sins.
Thank you.
so that woman is his wife from BBC.
You think she'll be critical of the monarchy?
Critical of Charles, certainly.
Well, explain something to me. She could go anywhere in the world with this. How did you get her to do it with you?
He's faking anything.
It's
The
not with me, though,
document.
is it? It's the BBC.
The way
She's
he
doing it
do
with
that
us because she
is so
feels
wrong,
safe.
right?
Understood and protected.
I see. What about it?
Well, apart from having outdated notions of the role the BBC plays not just in national life but in the British soul, he happens to be the husband of the Queen's most senior lady in waiting. He'd rather lose his left leg than have this go out.
Yeah.
Now, come on, you didn't know that. He lost his right one in the war. Amputated in a prisoner of war camp.
Yeah, I mean, that man Hashi will not allow this interview with Diana.
Duke Hussey's office called. He wants to see you.
I'd like us to do something for the Queen.
Oh shit.
Some sort of tribute. About how hard she works. How bloody lucky we are to have her.
That's why you've asked me here today.
Yeah. That's the only reason.
Yeah. And isn't that one of the many things that the BBC's for?
To kiss the ring.
If you like. For better or worse, I believe it is part of the British character to have a monarchy. Take that away, and what are you left with?
An egalitarian modern republic.
But not Britain.
A new Britain. different Britain.
Are they hating each other?
And 1,000 different channels all offering rubbish. Look, I know my role is not to interfere. I just thought I've been chairman now for almost 10 years, my full term, and I've never asked a thing.
I know, quiet as a mouse, Duke.
And I do this not for myself, but for a country it has been my privilege to serve my whole life. Oh, come on, John. A nice one-off program in the grand BBC style that brings us all together to celebrate one of our greatest assets and say, thank you, ma'am.
Oh my god, but there's gonna be an interview with Diana. So what is he gonna do? John, what are you gonna do?
That bonfire night thing we discussed. Let's go for it.
Oh shit! No way! He said yes. I don't exactly like this guy, you know, because he faked all the documents, right? Just to get Diana to be interviewed. Am I wrong?
My brother called me and he's a little concerned.
What about?
You,
Yeah.
frankly. In the first, you said MI5 were watching me, and in the second, you said MI6.
Actually, I think it could be both.
He said there were other inconsistencies. And now he regrets introducing us and he wants me to have nothing more to do with you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Two things. This is quite normal, and to be honest, I was expecting a last-minute wobble.
Not only were they unsuccessful, they were hung, drawn, and quartered. The difference is, we will be successful. I promise.
But all you do, dude, is so wrong.
You said two things.
I think they might have got to your brother.
No.
These are serious people. That kind of change of heart is just too irrational.
My god, I hate you, dude!
Too random.
Don't
Which is
trust...
why I think the sooner we
Don't
get
trust
done,
this guy, Diana.
the better.
But Guy Fawkes and his co-conspirators committed high treason. Which means?
Trying to kill the king.
Trying to kill the king. Guy Fawkes was working with 12 other men. The ringleader was a man by the name of Robert Catesby. And together they devised
I mean, William is
a
the
Gunpowder
future king.
plot.
And
the Prince of
that
Wales
day,
would be present.
Diana
The state opening of
will
Parliament on November
have
the 5th.
an interview with BBC.
In the days before, under the cover of darkness, they filled it with 36 barrels of gunpowder. Now, Fawkes' job that night was to light the all-important fuse.
Literally this
His
one.
goal was to slaughter the entire Protestant establishment in one fell swoop. An act that would change the country.
Is it in real life is the same that Diana have that interview on 5th November? When people say that that day is a traitor day and Diana will be like a traitor to royal family? Like that? I want to know how accurate this episode to the real life.
We're here to deliver the new hi-fi audio equipment.
Shit. I hate this guy because what he do just to interview Diana is so wrong. Faking anything, faking the documents, making Diana, you know, confused. I mean, Diana is fragile right now and that man is trying to get her so he can interview her for himself. He's too ambitious, but in wrong way. And I think William would be so mad about this interview. Right? She's so pretty. Aww. I think I have seen the real footage. I think I have seen the real footage before. But I don't know. Is the real footage ever show in the Diana in her own words on National Geographic channel? Because I do watch Diana in her own words on National Geographic channel.
Biggest coup of our careers. Yeah, but what I've just seen could end our careers too. Not to mention what it might do to her.
Had on Prince William.
I guarantee she will talk to someone, if not us. Ask yourself how you would feel if this went out
My god, I
on
hate you, dude.
CBS or ABC.
Still, we'll be giving a platform to a very hurt, very unstable woman. who clearly wants to inflict significant damage on the monarchy.
In the end, it's going to be your call, John.
Oh my god.
Go back. Diana's insisted on telling the Queen personally. Is that right?
Tomorrow. So if you're going to kill this, you need to let us know before the end of play today, so we can stop her.
It's very demanding. Suffocating.
Bloody hell. Get to the back of the line.
This is so stressful.
Look me in the eyes and tell me I'm not going to regret this.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because I don't believe this guy. I hate him.
What about the soaps? Not that we ever watched those.
Well, 23 is UK gold, right? 1936, the year she came out of the throne, the first BBC programme was broadcast from Alexandra Palace. Because barely anyone had televisions then. Now that all changed with her coronation. People would send in their millions to watch it. Just one channel, BBC, few hours of educational broadcasting with God Save the Queen at the end of every day. And commercial television arrived, you remember? I do. Colour.
So this episode is focusing about BBC.
3 channels, then a 4th. Now 100.
We've just had a call from the Princess of Wales.
Oh my god.
She's asked to see you on an urgent matter.
Oh my god.
When?
She was hoping for this evening.
She's gonna be so mad, right? Oh my god, I'm so scared. This episode should be titled BBC. How many times they said BBC in this episode?
Mama, thank you for seeing me.
My heart's beating so fast, I don't know why. I'm so scared.
There's something I wanted you to hear from me first. And I expect as a consequence you only think even less of me than you already do.
Why don't I be the judge of that?
I've given an interview.
What kind of interview?
Full, rather frank interview to the BBC. It should go out on Monday the 20th.
Why?
I felt the need to clear a few things up
Oh my god, I'm
about
so
my
scared.
marriage.
No, honestly. It's like a broken record.
About the fact that I've so often been shut out and left to cope on my own. That I've suffered from a lack of sympathy and feeling and compassion.
Haven't we heard all this before? 1,000 times. Haven't we read it in newspaper articles 1,000 times? Does it not occur to you that if you feel the need to clear a few things up, a public forum might not be the best place to do it? That such matters would best be discussed in private with the people involved?
I've tried that.
When?
On numerous occasions over the years, I've asked to see you so that we might talk face to face, and on every occasion you refused or were unavailable.
I accept it's not easy navigating this family. We are all busy people with busy diaries, rarely under the same roof for 2 nights at a time. And none of us, not one senior member of the royal family, has a spare 10 minutes to think about themselves, let alone you, or how we might best make your life miserable. It might surprise you to learn we all spend a great deal of time doing the opposite. What do you imagine I say? Oh, Lord, yes, that is awful, a nightmare. What a mistake that was. Not once. Not a single time. I defend you each and every time, loyally, emphatically, to the hilt. The enemy you imagine I am, the hostility you imagine we all feel, is a figment of your imagination.
Is it?
Yes. All any of us want, Diana, is for you to be happy. And one day to be our next queen.
Oh, about that.
I suppose it's already too late to stop this.
Yes.
Have you told William?
No.
Not yet. Well, I'll tell him not to watch it.
Well, I hope you don't mind if Philip and I don't watch either. Monday the 20th happens to be our wedding anniversary. 48 years.
I'm happy for
The
you.
Queen anniversary, the wedding with Philip,
That's what I would have wished for myself.
is the day when they released the interview on BBC. That's really, really bad. At least now the Queen knows about it, right?
I'm here to let you know that the BBC has indeed made a special programme
say that is uncharacteristically sentimental of you, John.
It was the date she insisted the announcement be made.
Oh,
But which she are you talking about?
Diana.
We thought an in-depth Panorama interview with the Princess of Wales might be more relevant.
What? Why would the BBC give her the time of day, let alone an interview? The girl's a loose cannon.
We've not always seen eye to eye. That we'd go to any lengths to do what we felt was best for the organisation.
This will kill it.
It's my view that this may come to define the BBC. I simply wanted to let you know the news directly.
Oh my god.
You'll find yourself on the wrong side of history, John.
Many congratulations.
I
to the
love her
Queen
outfit.
And His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh.
She's so shiny.
When I separated from the Prince of Wales, I was
Oh
seen
my god.
as problem number one. First of my kind. Wanted to stay in bed all day. It was a very dark place.
Did you reach out for help?
But I suppose if you're the first person in a family to ever feel low, then it's pretty hard to get the support that you need. So, suffer alone. What better way to break down a personality than by isolating it?
Did this contribute to the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were three of us in this marriage, so it's a bit crowded. Did I feel like a failure? Because I don't do things the way they do. Because I want to connect with people emotionally,
She is.
comfort them in distress. We have to remember, I didn't just marry into a family, I married into a system. But I won't go quietly. I'll battle till the end.
Do you believe Prince Charles will be king?
Well, who knows what fate will bring. It's very demanding and suffocating role. And Charles was always conflicted about it. Because I know him so well. I would think that the top job would put big limits on him. And I'm not sure how he would cope with that.
What the hell is she doing?
Oof.
Some might view this as you taking revenge on the Prince of Wales.
But I don't speak with bitterness or anger, but sorrow. Because my marriage has failed.
Do you think you will ever be queen?
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts.
You are
I
Diana.
don't envisage myself ever being queen of this country. No. I don't think many people will be calling for that. When I say people, I mean those at the top, on my husband's side, because they've decided that I'm an issue. Full stop. A liability. But someone's got to go out onto the streets, give people the love that they need.
I think I have seen the real footage of that. I remember that.
Diana had the decency to warn me in advance. But no one was prepared for this.
I blame myself entirely. I'm already hearing shocking rumors about how the interview was secured. How can I effectively govern when it's not a corporation I recognize anymore? It's not a world I recognize anymore.
Item number is
Couldn't we just find the BBC?
So back then, the Queen only watched BBC? Huh. Interesting. Alright, this episode should be titled BBC, not Gunpowder. But yeah, Gunpowder obviously much better. So yeah, I think I have seen the real footage of that interview. I don't know where. Maybe in Diana in her own words on Nat Geo. Maybe I don't remember, but yeah, I do exactly think I have seen the real footage of the interview. Alright, talking about this episode. This is one of the best episode of this season. Yeah, really great. Focusing about the interview Diana had with BBC. And I don't exactly like the man who interviewed Diana. The way he tried to make this work, he faking the documents, right? He lied to Diana, he lied to Diana's brother so he can get Diana to be interviewed. The way he did is dirty, you know? So I don't like that guy. I just want to know how accurate this episode to the real life. How many percent accurate of this episode? Because to be honest, this is actually one of my favorite episodes in this season. It's really great. So far I love episode 3, and perhaps this episode, I think, is really sad, you know, to see that interview. The way she knows that she's not gonna be the queen of England, you know. I actually remember that I've seen the real footage of that. I remember that. But yeah, even though she's not the queen of that, she is the queen of our heart, and that's for sure. Everyone loves Diana, and yeah, it's really sad to think about it, that she knows she's not gonna be the queen of England, you know. The way that Prince Charles is so mad about that interview because there are a question about if he can be a king or not. And yeah, the fact that the queen only watched BBC and then BBC released that interview, that's so crazy. The way that the queen changed her TV and she has a lot of channel, and then she is kind of stressed, you know, to pick the channel, and then she just like, you know what, I just want to watch BBC as she used to, because she's only watched BBC apparently. And the fact that William is really close to the queen, and all I can see that William perhaps more like the queen instead of his mother of this episode. I don't know. Diana loves William and Harry, obviously. I always heard that Harry is like the favorite. I mean, like, Harry is the one who actually just like Diana. I heard a lot about that. So yeah, another great episode focusing about a BBC, about the interview with Diana. Alright, so that was my reaction for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it, and see ya!